Hey there, welcome to LAFTEE. This is Simon. Hope you guys are doing well. As you can see, I am at the airport. I'm actually in IAH, George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, Texas, and I am flying over to Charlotte, North Carolina. And today I want to show you how to find apartments in Vietnam. And I have a ton of experience with that, living in Vietnam for over 3 years. But I also have real estate background, I have rental properties, and I've worked in property management before. So a lot of the things that I'll show you here are things that I've learned throughout the years that wasn't involved with traveling to Vietnam, things that I already knew as a property manager and as a real estate investor, as a landlord. And I've used this tool and I find it to be the best. I don't use websites. I have used some websites before, but I found that those are not current and up to date. And I actually called an agent one time and asked him about a certain property, and he said that's not available for rent. And I said, why didn't you remove it? He said he leaves it there for marketing purposes. Called another agent on another property one time, and it was a bait and switch. So the price that it was listed at is different from what was rented. And I asked him as well, why is that the case? He said, oh, I use this for marketing. So a lot of times I don't trust the websites. It's just not current. But what I'm going to show you here is how to use Facebook to look for apartments. Alrighty, so I am in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. Obviously, I'm not at the airport. That's where we started this video. And I want to show you how to find apartments when you're looking for apartments in Vietnam, and also to show you how you can find lower cost apartments. So the best way to go about doing this is to go through Facebook. So you can type in the search function in Facebook. Actually, before we start, let me show you the shorthand. Here we go. Here's some of the shorthand words that you're going to find in Facebook. One of the ways for you to look for apartments is to type in cho thuê. That means for rent in Vietnamese. And you're going to type in that word, CHOTHUE, and you could type in the city. Here are some of the shorthand things that may or may not translate on Facebook sometimes. Trống means that it's empty. That means you can go see it right now. But the word trống also means drum. So when you do the translation feature on Facebook, it might say drum. WC, water closet, and you can see some of these. This is not an exhaustive list, obviously. Another important one is NLMT, and that just means that it's solar power hot water heater. So what that means for you is that maybe in rainy days, the hot water may not be as hot, especially if it's several rainy days put together. So you would type in, like I mentioned, CHOTHUE, and that means for rent in Vietnamese. And then you could type in CANHO, and that means apartment, and type in the name of the city. So we'll just do Da Nang. And I have several groups already, and so you can click on one of the groups and you can join these groups. They're pretty easy to join. As you can see, there's a translation function here. 4 million, 4.2 million, which is pretty inexpensive. That is less than $200 USD. And as you can see, when you hit the translation function, that pops up and you can see the pictures. There's another one here, like I mentioned, trống, so that means that it is empty. So let's see if it translates well. One studio room is empty, so it did translate well, as opposed to saying it's a drum. 3 minutes from the University of Economics, 5 minutes from the Mike Beach, and you can see the room viewing, the phone numbers, and what have you that's here. And you can see some of the pictures here. Pretty good. A lot of them will have videos as well, such as this one. And the reason why we're going to do this in Vietnamese is because, generally speaking, The Vietnamese, when you type in Vietnamese letters, Vietnamese language, a lot of these rental listings are for Vietnamese people, so the price is going to be lower. It's going to be cheaper. You certainly can type it in English, and there are groups in the English. So they'll say for rent, and then you can type in the city. But generally speaking, those are marketed towards expats, foreigners, and you could expect that to be maybe a little more expensive. Not always. And we're gonna hit see more here. And that tells you some of the information here, 55 square meters, the price, 5 million VND, and 5 million VND is really low as well. It's about $190 USD. So that's really inexpensive. I wonder what part of town this is at. We'll go to Google Maps. Vietnam. And then I'm going to type in the street, Dang Hoi Xuân. So I'm going to type in that street here. And now you can see where the street is. And you can bring it back out to see. So it's less expensive because it's a little further south of the city. This little area is kind of like the Untung expat neighborhood. So that explains why the rent is so low. And that's just an example of so many of the listings. So I wouldn't trust the websites. I think this is the most efficient and effective way to look for apartments. I also wouldn't walk around unless you're at a hotel and you're in that neighborhood, or you're looking for a specific block and you can walk that block and maybe contact the phone numbers that are available, or the apartments that's available for rent that's available there. You can knock on the door. But from an efficiency standpoint, I really wouldn't do that, again, unless you know the specific block or the specific street that you want. But if you're looking at a general area or neighborhood, and obviously you can do this from your home country, whether you're in the States, Australia, Canada, UK, what have you, and it's super convenient and easy to do. So we're gonna do another one. We're gonna do Gia Thuê, and we'll do Ho Chi Minh. And again, I have several groups here already, so I'll just, oh, this is one that's interesting. So it's in English and in Vietnamese. So we'll pull that up. Again, you can click see more and you can see the translation. They got their Zalo phone number here. They also have, you can message them obviously with Facebook Instant Messenger. A lot of them will have WhatsApp phone numbers as well. Zalo is the app that Vietnamese people use to contact each other. It's kind of like I don't know, like a reduced version of maybe Facebook. Very, very reduced version, but it's very popular app, similar to maybe a Telegram or a WhatsApp, but it's for the local Vietnamese people or the community. This one's 32 million, whoa, so it must be really nice. And other marketing listing like perhaps moving vans or moving companies. Sometimes there will be rental companies, or people are trying to sell certain items from their apartment. It really just depends on the group that you join and what the group supervisor or the manager is allowing in terms of what they're allowing to post. But yeah, this is in Ho Chi Minh. This one's probably really nice here. Empire City, 210, yeah, 35 million a month. Oh yeah, this is nice. So this is one of the nicer listings, or nicer Facebook apartment listings. And you can go to other cities as well. So I've used this, all the cities that I've lived in a ton, Saigon, Da Nang, Nha Trang, Cần Thơ, some smaller places too, like Pleiku, I've used this, Munea, I've used this. So there are plenty of places. Dalat obviously is one as well that I've looked at some listings there. So we can do some of the smaller ones, Gia Thuê, and we can do the island too Phú Quốc. So cho thuê căn hộ Phú Quốc. Can't spell. There we go. Oh, that's another thing. If it doesn't, obviously these pop up to the left because I've already joined them, but you can see there are plenty. This is the groups that will pop up: 9.1 thousand members, 6,000 members, and you can just join the ones you want. Thuê and bán. Bán means for sale. Thuê is for rent. So we can let's just look at this one right here, randomly here, and we're gonna join the group. And some of them will require that you join first and answer some questions. They're community questions just to vet you, to ask for your information. Not your information, but just that you abide by the rules. Very easy, and then you'll probably get accepted within 24 hours. So again, we'll click the see translation, see more, rent 9 million a month. You got the contact phone numbers here. Oftentimes, the Vietnamese phone number of the contacts is the same as their Zalo number and as the same as their WhatsApp number. And you can see the videos of the apartments, 9 million a month. There's a bathroom outside. That's kind of nice, or shower outside. Oh yeah, you get your private little balcony area. Although there seems to be apartments above, so I'm not sure. Oh, okay, I see. The shower is enclosed. That was just the sink, and the shower room with the toilet is enclosed. Very nice. And Phu Quoc is an island off the coast of Vietnam on the southern tip of Vietnam. It's very popular with tourists, local Vietnamese tourists as well as expats. This is also good, by the way, in other countries. I've used this for Cambodia. The Cambodian language uses some different writing, so it's not the alphabet. You can maybe spell it if you use the Google Translate, because they do have an alphabet version of what the Cambodian language is. But it may not show up, so you can type in for rent, Phnom Penh. I've used this very well for Bali. I've been searching for places to stay in Bali because that's where I'm going to be going in 2026. And you get a ton of listings, and they're current. That's the thing. Anonymous participant here is listing apartment. This is in English. Yeah, so we did Da Nang, we did Phu Quoc. Let's do in Ho Chi Minh. Let's do Cho Thuê in Dalat. I have my Dalat apartment videos I still need to put up, put it together. But yeah, this is how you look for apartments in Vietnam and other Southeast Asian countries. Again, I've tried it in Cambodia, I've tried it in Thailand. I didn't get very good results as much in Malaysia. When I was in Kuala Lumpur, be careful if anybody's obviously asking you for money to reserve just to see the property. Don't send them any money. That happened to me a few times in Kuala Lumpur in terms of the requests. The agents here get paid by the homeowners or the property management company. And if you do connect with an agent that you like, feel free to look at the apartments, and even though it's not that particular agent's listing, let that particular agent help you out if you like that particular agent, because they split the commission, and so that agent can still represent you to look at other apartments, even though that agent is not listing that apartment, assuming you like him or her, the service they're providing for you. I don't have an agent recommendation except if you're in Ho Chi Minh, also known as Saigon. It's my buddy Minh. I'm gonna put his contact info here so you can have that. He's somebody, I'm not getting any commission, I don't get any kickback or anything. I just really enjoy his services. He's been super helpful, and when I had a conversation with him in 2024, he mentioned to me in 2024 all of his clients were expats or were foreigners, with the exception of one or two people. So, and he finds, like, I don't know, between 5 to 7 rental listings a month for people. Yeah, so here's an example of a rental truck. So again, a lot of the listings here are rental listings, but also services to move if you need it. And a lot of people in Vietnamese here, this one is looking for an apartment, 2-bedroom. So yeah, that's how you look for apartments in Vietnam. In my opinion, the most efficient, most effective way for you to find apartments. A lot of the agents may or may not speak English, or their English is not that good. You could still use Google Translate. Minh speaks excellent English in Ho Chi Minh City, but again, they use Google Translate, so they're familiar with that. Oh, another thing to note is that some landlords may not rent to foreigners. A lot of times the reason, it's a couple of reasons. One, if they're renting to foreigners, they have to file documentation stating who's staying there with the police department. That could be cumbersome, and that could cost the landlord some money, so they want to forego that. Foreigners are a better risk because they can afford the apartments, and so a lot of landlords will rent to foreigners, but some also don't because of that filing paperwork. And some of them don't want to do it because they got to report that as income, and you know, it varies, right? Places can take cash, and anyway, all that is to say is don't be surprised if some of them don't rent to foreigners. But I have found that money talks, and depending on how long it takes for them to rent the apartment, they will consider that. There's water for maybe 100K VND, which is less than $4 a month, or 150K VND. They'll let you know if it's a service apartment or not sometimes in these listings, especially for foreigners. Foreigners really like service apartments where they can come in and clean your room. Wow, 2.2 million, or small room, 2 million a month. That's crazy, right? In the lot. It's less than $100 a month to rent a room with your own bathroom. So yeah, Vietnam, from the point of view of a Westerner, is extremely cheap. Again, from the reference of a point of view of a Westerner. Alrighty, so I hope you liked the video. I hope it was informative. Please like it, please share the video. I super appreciate you guys watching it. I'm gonna put together an ebook of sorts to kind of give you more detail on how to find apartments in Vietnam, or villas in Vietnam. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm privileged and grateful for your support, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.